Today in the United States, an abandoned amusement park in North Carolina is currently involved in a lawsuit. We'll share its story, the tragedies that occurred, and why it's now abandoned. Join us as we explore this mysterious abandoned amusement park nicknamed the Ghost Town in the Sky.
Hello everyone, this is Gabriel.
And Corentin. And today we're not exploring an abandoned mall, but an abandoned amusement park on top of a mountain.
Everything will start as we have to climb this mountain. It's going to be a really long and mentally tough ordeal.
Before, when we drove up the mountain, we noticed many odd signs and properties and even met some people. Thinking it was a bad spot to park, we went to the bottom instead, but that meant we had to climb the mountain. Notice Gabriel's action as he insists. He's on the left.
No. There's a camera right in there.
Yeah, but that must be our old one.
I'm not sure, huh?
Speak. That was some serious climbing we just did. Whew.
Whew.
I would have preferred to park across the street.
We're halting everything to make 10 street lamps. We made 3 for 1, but we want them all.
We've done more than half a kilometer. And we still have the tricky part left. Very steep, but honestly it's just that we have a helmet, everything feels steeper.
So, it's even worse outside.
I think it'll be a rough 15 minutes.
The sun is setting. It's kind of a race against time. If we're going to have time to really explore. If 6 people are up there with a shotgun.
The path we're going to use was the old cable car route, and it was really steep because we had 400 meters of elevation to climb.
It was really exhausting, but in the end it was totally worth it because when we got up there we had an amazing view and we immediately came across a huge roller coaster. Whew. After almost 400 meters of elevation, we're on the last climb because right there, just behind, you can see the roller coaster appearing. We're finally reaching the end of our quest up this very steep climb.
It looks tough, bro. I'm hot. You can tell you're shining. I'm brilliant. There's a spot on your stomach. Yeah.
Because I'm sweating. We're doing this final climb and hope no one is waiting for us, turned off at the end.
We'll be very careful and quiet at first. There may be other explorers inside. We saw some pretty fresh tracks in the mud. The owner definitely didn't come up here.
We'll see. Come on.
Let's go. Chips.
Yes. Roller coaster is right there.
Wow, it's bigger than I expected.
That wasn't easy, huh? We'll check the stats once we get there. See how much kindness we just climbed. But we will have earned this exploration. Absolutely. Honestly, you should give us a thumbs up for that. That says a lot.
How is it over there?
It's gigantic.
Wow. Magnificent.
We're listening.
I don't see any camera here.
Right now, I want to see someone who's at the funicular arrival. I can't tell if it's an explorer or someone who works here. I thought I saw a white helmet. In any case, there's someone over there.
We're also quickly going to realize that we're not alone in the park. At first, we're going to be really scared that it's the owner who's in the park. However, it turned out some young Americans were also wandering in the abandoned amusement park.
Look up there. It's the young guy.
It's blurry, but it's fine.
It's okay, them.
They look very much in love.
Because at first I saw them from a distance, and actually we said they were wearing a white helmet on top. I said, damn, maybe it's a worker or something, but actually no, it was just an American with a typical big white cap, actually. We could give them the scare of their lives, really.
Wow. It's actually pretty reassuring because we didn't mention it, but when we got to the main gate, there weren't 1, not 2, but 10 signs.
Yeah, there were about 15 signs, no trespassing, etc. Active cameras and everything.
They were totally freaked out. And the girl, the background behind her.
This roller coaster is insane and huge.
It twists and turns in all directions. There are cameras, though.
That guy over there scared me.
See, over there, that's not the funicular thing anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, all the cable car stuff.
I'm going to remove you. Your band restocked here.
Hello? Don't worry, we're exploring too.
See, we've got some company. Did you all hike?
Yeah. Painful.
Okay, we briefly talked about the young Americans.
Very cool little ones. Yeah, very, very nice. That's how I feel.
I feel like a dad next to them.
Yeah. So let's say there shouldn't be any problem exploring this amusement park, and we're going to start exploring it and make lots of discoveries. In any case, if you enjoy exploring abandoned amusement parks, don't hesitate to let us know by giving this video a big thumbs up. Thank you, everyone.
So, all the little seats are still here.
In any case, it's reassuring to see them so comfortable.
And now we've arrived at the top of the cable car that we just took up.
And the view.
Yeah, the view is amazing, huh? After finding this first impressive roller coaster, which we'll visit later, we came across the remains of the old cable car. It's striking because all the chairs and the entire mechanism, including the launch machinery, are still there. I hope it won't break. There you go. And down below, there were all the little chair lifts going all the way down, which allowed visitors to come up and access this park. Look, we're on a roller coaster. It's just simply beautiful. We're really glad we made this climb and that we're now in this park. We're going to explore it. We're going to tell a bit of its history and everything. The unique thing about this park is that it was located at the top of a mountain at 1,400 meters altitude, only accessible by a chairlift or a funicular, which is now abandoned. This park was built in the 1960s with an investment of over $1 million and had nearly 40 replicas of buildings, typical of a Wild West village. When it opened, it quickly became one of the most popular parks in the region, especially thanks to a unique feature: gunfights staged every hour on the main street of the village. It had several theme towns: the Indian village, the mountain town, and the mining town. And there were saloons, schools, banks, jails, and so on. The famous cliffhanger roller coaster was one of a kind and had many problems, including being shut down just 2 days after opening when they noticed cracks in some of the seats. At its peak, this park welcomed more than 500,000 visitors annually and kept expanding by adding roller coasters and various attractions, but the rest of the story isn't as bright.
Here, the seats are completely covered by vegetation. Yeah, this
theme park is very high up anyway. There's a shooting gallery there, I think. Exactly.
It's spectacular, right? The shooting attraction is Western themed, which we hadn't mentioned before.
Yeah, basically the village is called Ghost Town Village. Ghost Town Village. And here it's kind of a Wild West vibe and so on. So here you can see the little cans that people used to shoot at.
Laser shooting, I imagine? No?
I think it was with pellets, you know.
No, with laser.
So, what is it?
You see some impacts.
No.
Boom, right in the face. It's probably the laser weapons they're holding.
Yeah, everything is all connected. You're right, it was aiming at the metal targets. There you go, 250 points.
The gun doesn't fit the cowboy theme or the game.
We're going to discover lots of little houses, each of which was used for small attractions.
They looked really nice back in the day, and now, unfortunately, they're mostly in ruins. But we'll still be able to find a few items from that time.
Oh.
That's really cool here.
There are still plenty of arcades.
How are we going to play, man?
Yes.
Great.
But that's not how you play it.
Is that it?
That's not how you play it.
This is how it's played.
Here's how to play. Throw it there. And there, it should go up like this.
Yeah, but with all that dirt there. You see? Yeah, for me there's too much dirt.
You can get up like this and roll the ball. There you go. 20 points.
I got 20 points.
No, 10 points, sorry. There you go. I let go. That's insane, that. What's that? Basically, it's really crazy, huh? You had a bowling ball that was there. You throw it. And actually, it has to stay here. If you don't throw it with the right power, it comes back.
Okay. That's incredible. And it cost $50 for each game. You likely had to win tickets to exchange them somewhere.
It would be great if there was still a ball because it's really fun.
The laundry trash cans.
They would close. There are many balls down there. Oh, there are stuffed animals.
That's the guy who pees. Yeah. No, that's the enemy of the guy who pees.
Coyote, yeah. coyote too. So funny.
That's funny.
There are so many things to see.
Most impressively, I can see how massive the roller coaster is, starting from way up high and stretching over there. We'll see later. What could that have been around here? A little cart. In any case, we're lucky to be exploring in these conditions because the weather is actually pretty nice.
We're comfortable in just a t-shirt.
That was probably just for decoration.
Yeah, but it's nice decor, yeah.
It's stylish.
Well, the theme park is very well decorated. Yeah.
There are still horse saddles, yeah.
Maybe there were small towers. I don't know. Look.
A t-shirt.
Ghost Town Sky.
That was the name of the park? Obviously.
Upside down, but long live America.
We're already atop a mountain, but we can go even higher. We're going to keep climbing to reach the entrance of this roller coaster, and we're going to make some great discoveries, especially the little vintage cars that are still there. Yeah, that's exactly it.
And before there were chair lifts, there was a funicular.
I wonder if it wasn't running at the same time.
Huh, no, it was one after the other, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. That's the thing about the funicular. That's what's special about funiculars. When they're on flat ground, well, the seats are really very...
Extremely tilted, sure, I hadn't noticed.
Because it's meant to be on a slope that's... Yeah, but the slope we went up was more than 25 degrees though, right? The first problems began in the 2000s. In 2002, the chairlift broke down, leaving passengers stuck for more than 2 hours. The park was closed for a few days and even put up for sale. Those few days of closure became 4 years of abandonment. But against all odds, the park would reopen its doors in 2007 after nearly $40 million had been spent on renovation and improvement. But the euphoria would only be short-lived because attendance would start to drop, profits as well, and the park would file for bankruptcy.
And now we're getting up there, man. The view is getting more and more whoa.
At the main attraction, I think, of this ghost village, ghost town village in the sky, again, they didn't really come here that often in the end, huh?
And this one was called the cliffhanger. So that means well, cliffhanger is when you don't know the ending exactly.
So I think at the end there was the famous loop.
There are people, the lively ones, yeah.
And a big car. The Cowboys must be 100 years old.
It's a real car.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe we used to ride this around the park.
It's a shame that what I see here is still abandoned. If you spent some time restoring it, because honestly, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's unique and beautiful.
There's the wagon. He's looking at that.
The wagon was prepared.
Did you see the foam on top?
Man, so cool.
It's really peeling.
If I listened to the little voice in my head, I'd push it, I'd pull it, and then I'd send it off. And you'd see, it'd go all the way around. I wonder if it's solid over there. Damn. It's solid? Look at this view. It's simply sensational. We're at nearly 1,400 meters above sea level. We're still here. With the attractions. I don't know how you feel when you see something like that. Personally, I feel moved. I think it's beautiful.
I think, honestly, amusement parks are pretty cool. But I have to admit, not every amusement park we went to had an amazing view. But here, the view is really incredible.
And the fact that we hiked up the mountain on foot makes it even more satisfying. It's huge. It covers everything, with another section behind, and it extends to the right too. That must be the part that came all the way up to here.
And there you go.
Absolutely. Hey, but it's so beautiful, wonderfully beautiful, from the wagon.
And among the elders, there are some who go over there into the vegetation. And all the others who go there. Who would go all the way up to those loops?
And back then, besides the ride that was supposed to be really thrilling, well, it must have made for a truly beautiful landscape.
That's why.
And there, the park's name was written back then.
What I also find crazy is this kind of amusement park, and on top of that, the name really fits because it's Ghost Town Village in the sky. It's peaceful. The serenity you can feel. Just look at this view. There's nothing, there's no one. Attractions have been rusting for over 20 years. Where no one uses them anymore, where no one even walks around anymore. And I don't know, it's such a soothing view. With those mountains in the background as well. We're in the state of North Carolina, by the way, if you're wondering. And we're starting to get into the more mountainous areas. I think it's really cool. I'll let you enjoy the peace and quiet here for a while. We're moving forward. Is that another attraction or a restaurant? We'll find out soon. Was this the entrance? See how the wood has grown? What could that possibly be? A gift? Maybe, yeah.
A bit of everything there. We're in the middle of a haunted house ride.
Yeah, that's right. A haunted house ride where we were actually on foot. And you can see all around us there are lots of guts, intestines, fake blood.
YouTube, it's obviously fake blood.
Don't demonetize us, no. Well, look.
Coffin. It's a vampire thing, yeah. Low quality, huh? The coffin has no budget. Wow.
It's creepy. And what's funny is that the haunted house ride was done on foot. Yeah.
And going even higher this time, we really find ourselves at the top of the mountain. We're going to discover an abandoned cowboy town called Ghost Town in the Sky. Music. We're arriving in Ghost Town. Beautiful, I see that.
And here we really have, I think, all the typical things of a Western village. A
Casino.
Silverman Casino, incredible.
And there are still plenty of attractions.
It's beautiful. The atmosphere here is beautiful. Trading post,
Nothing remains to trade in the post.
It must be a souvenir shop.
yeah, I think so.
There are shelves like that.
There's still the cash register right there.
Yeah.
Here, there are still some admission tickets here, and this was the ticket we bought at the entrance of the park.
It's really cool to find this. There are actually a lot of them on the ground.
And here's the Silverman Casino. Obviously, I don't think they play with real money, but with tickets to win prizes, things like that, it's awesome. Look, here's the punk rock. You probably have balls. Well, these are baseballs that you throw. And if you manage to get 3 KOs, well, you get a medium prize, that's cool. And if you get 4, you win a grand prize. Pretty nice little game. Right next to it, there's something we've already seen before, so it's the one where you throw the ball. The goal is to score as many points as possible. There's actually a third activity inside. Let's check it out. No idea what it is, but I think you had to throw, yeah, that's it. You had to throw balls into the clowns' mouths to win prizes. So what else do we have? This exploration never stops, huh? It's impressive. What do we have here? The famous basketball hoop. It's crazy how many little games there were, honestly. Too bad it's closed. I thought it was cool. There are lots of things in jars over there. Can I go throw the stuffed animals? Basket. And this one was pretty funny. You take a ball or a puck, I don't know. Yeah, it was a ball, I think. You throw it there. And depending on where it landed, your horse would run, walk, or stop, and you were probably racing with your friends. There's still one last one here, water race. So here, these look like water guns. I can't give you more than that. And you had to, I think, aim at that thing there. Shh. And you had to fill, I think, a tank. And the first one who filled the tank won a prize. That must have been really fun with your friends. It's just beautiful. All the typical buildings from that era are still there because it was really a theme park about that subject. So you'll find banks, the post office, saloons, and even a little jail.
We arrive in the ghost town and the atmosphere is wild. I think there was a small train. Look, there are tracks.
Yeah, the atmosphere is intense.
They really did a great job recreating the thing, huh?
There's Gaston. Restaurateur inside.
That's clear, huh?
It's crazy, huh?
The ceiling fans.
That's normal. That's definitely American.
Playing country music.
Man, that's for sure. There's another saloon over there, by the way. Look.
And so this whole area was dedicated to the ghost town. It was probably just for restaurants, each with its own theme and so on.
Yeah, I think you visited to experience life in that era.
Be careful not to let it fall on him since it spins in all directions.
Yeah, well, typically, look at this building here. There are no more inscriptions. We don't know what it is, but I can tell you that this roof wasn't supposed to be there, and that's the case for most of the roofs. Look, that one too. That one too.
It looks a lot like what we saw in Japan.
Exactly, Wild West Village. It's really impressive. It's the same thing here.
We have the saloon. The saloon is falling apart. Oh, it's a saloon. Yeah, it's awesome. Anyway, look at that.
The roof.
It only wants one thing, to end up on the ground.
But it's so beautiful, isn't it?
It's really so beautiful, the atmosphere. Look at these sets, really. You felt like you were immersed in America.
There were dancers, female dancers, someone playing the piano and everything.
It's incredible. That's the judge's office. You'll tell me it's still the living room? I think it's closed from the knocks. I'll click here for him. Unfortunately, we can't go everywhere. Let's take a look. What was here? It's not labeled, but no. It's incredible. It's the prison. It is. There's a cell here. It's really creepy. Bodies like that on the floor, but finding a prison like this is so cool. I think Gabriel is going to be shocked. Look at him. He's going to be shocked by it. I'm shocked.
I'm shocked. So cool. Indeed, I'm shocked by when you...
Say that. It's really impressive. Yeah, really nice. Before...
I'm at his place. The chef, he made it right there, on the spot.
So cool.
I think all possible village buildings will end up there, which is pointless. When we explored the park in Japan, it felt similar, but we couldn't get into most buildings.
They were all broken and all boarded up.
So here, it's really nice to be able to see what's inside.
I don't know, maybe we've said it a bit too much in this video, but just look at this view. It's crazy, isn't it? And like you said earlier, there was the little train that used to pass by here. It'd be wild to find it again. I think it's over there. We're going to go see it, but I feel like the little train is over there. It's starting to get a bit chilly outside though. I'm a bit nervous about putting on my t-shirt. Even though it's just 10 degrees. No, unfortunately, that's not the little train over there. I got confused. But you still have this magnificent view here. We can keep going in a Western style. Does this one still work? Not at all, because you have to pay. The park struggled with operations, but the elements worked against them. In 2010, a huge mudslide struck when the park's retaining walls gave way, causing irreversible damage to the park, as well as the evacuation of 40 houses on the mountain. The following years would be marked by alternating periods of reopening to the public, multi-million investments, changes in ownership, and reopenings that never happened. In 2021, a new glimmer of hope appeared when the new owner planned a $200 million investment to revive the park. But only a year later, its owner would pass away and the future of the park would remain forever uncertain. Various lawsuits would even be filed against the park and a trial was even scheduled. But no one knows today what will become of Ghost Town Village in the sky. Gunsmith Girl, a word dilemma. I don't think I need to explain what it is. The name speaks to all of you. But does that mean there's actually something inside? Unfortunately, it's not well filled. And to finish exploring this little village, we'll even come across a chapel from that era, where there were probably small ceremonies, and it has a pretty incredible feature, the view it offers of the mountain across from it. It still looks like the chapel to me, my god. It's the chapel and the view. Wow. I think we talked too much about the view, but here, it's incredible. Just arriving at the chapel, there's quite an echo in this chapel. I feel like it's a screensaver. Yeah, I can't make any more noise.
They tossed the pianos out the window. All right.
I'm feeling a little sick.
And we were all the way at the bottom at the beginning.
It's weird, Last Office.
Wow.
It's not a problem. It's not possible. Second time, I'm switching to organization mode. The priest at the time, meaning a priest who really spoke like they did back then.
It's incredible. And here we have what looks like a saloon indeed, where you could have some snacks. It has fared better, survived better than the other one. All the chairs are in that corner. We have the prices of the snacks, that's common. Nachos, cheese, $4, popcorn, $2. We have the small bottles, the little small Coke dispensers. And what's crazy is that really all the electrical equipment, even like stuff to serve drinks and so on,
Everything was left here.
maybe I'll get a bit of a cabaret vibe here.
Here again, with dancers and people who kept the atmosphere lively.
In your opinion, does the piano work?
Incredible.
Very stylish.
Working pianos are rare.
This area was mainly for the park's dining section, where you'll find many restaurants.
The park is still dangerous since water has damaged the wood. Many things are collapsing, so we're being very careful. But we're going to be very surprised and also very happy to see many places that have been preserved, like this one, for example.
We seem to have access to what looks like a casino here. Given the little club and heart symbols and these beautiful rings here. We have little machines below that all seem to be, almost all of them, themed around the Wild West. Because otherwise it wouldn't be fun, right? And we have dozens and dozens of chairs that have been stored here. Well, it's really very cold.
It's really cold. I don't even want to check the temperature. But since the sun is going down and we're in an area where it's actually 0 or -2 at night, yeah, so it's going to drop very quickly. And if you thought we were done exploring this village, not at all, because it keeps going up. And we're going to find attractions that this time are more for children.
We can start to see one ahead.
Yes, I think there's a...
Mini roller coaster.
Yeah, I think we'll see.
What did that do? It looks like it's standing still.
It's crazy, isn't it? Maybe it was stored here afterwards. So here is the little attraction. Strangely enough, it's Viking themed, which has nothing to do with the cowboy theme.
It must have been placed here afterwards because, quite simply, it doesn't move here. And here we have a mini roller coaster.
Look at this mini roller coaster.
You have the kids who just have a little slalom. It's adorable.
While the parents enjoyed the King's Finger, they sent their kids here. Come on, let's be careful. The house in front of us is really impressive.
Yeah, it looks like a castle.
Did you see the attraction over there? Yeah?
The tip?
It's a thing. It's a drop tower.
Yeah, I think that was it. Here's a small truck that likely provided access to all park attractions.
I'm no car expert, but one thing's for sure. It starts.
It doesn't. And here we arrive at the base of a drop tower. Yeah.
It was like that. It was really small.
Carousel.
Look, it's for a few people.
But I think here we're in the area dedicated to children, to the younger ones.
Honestly, the kids, they're having fun, you know?
It's going well. You managed to get it running?
That's what I was asking for, but it's impossible.
It's not funny.
And after discovering these attractions, night started to fall, especially since we still had to go all the way back down the mountain, of course, and it started to get really cold really quickly. So we decided to leave this abandoned amusement park.
Because it's true that when we climbed up, honestly we were really hot because there was a lot of sun, but now the sun is disappearing behind the mountain, and the temperature dropped super fast. It went from 13 degrees to 0 in just 1 or 2 hours.
Anyway, that was a really great exploration. We were really happy to do it under the sun, and we hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you all for watching this video. Feel free to give us a thumbs up, it would make us really happy, and subscribe to the channel to catch the next videos, and we'll see you next Saturday at 6 p.m. I got really scared because I thought someone had just arrived over there. It's going to be interesting. Next Saturday at 6 p.m. This was Gabriel and Corentin. Bye.
Yeah.